Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and today I am showing off my 2021 stash of Seminole pumpkins, cushaw squash, and some other pretty things like birdhouse gourds that I grew here on my property in central North Carolina, Zone 7. So I've been growing cucurbits in central North Carolina, which is hot and humid, for about a decade. And a few things I've learned is to actually direct sow your plants much later than you'd think. I usually start mine around the first week of July. Also, find varieties that are going to have better disease and insect resistance. So the two that I really grow the most of, Seminole pumpkin, cushaw squash, both of those are actually squash vine borer resistant, and the Seminole pumpkin is resistant to powdery mildew. So it looks beautiful growing through the entire mid to late summer into fall. Not only does it look great, but they both produce a lot of fruit. So if you eat a lot of squash like I do, I want to encourage you to grow a bunch of your own. Well, I did not intend to remove the tomatoes, but I accidentally caught a stem, so gotten this area opened back up. Tomorrow I will replant these containers. And it's a process when you grow this many gourds, squash, pumpkins, many of which are destined to be eaten. So this is like stage 2. So they got harvested, that's stage 1. Stage 2 is putting them here on the front porch until temperatures get really cold. Stage 3 will be figuring out where to stash them inside. I would really benefit from a root cellar, but our water table is too high to have anything like under the house. But my thought is that if we have a room that's kind of finished in the house next door, I'll get to stash some of these in there because they really don't want to be with nightly freezes. They'll kind of melt. Of course, the bird's nest gourds were not for eating. Those are for decoration. But all the Seminole pumpkins I will eat. They are really delicious. I had to leave room for the cat bed. Cubby likes to sleep there. And then of course the cushaw squash across the top. That's these big guys. And then there's some other ornamental varieties that I bought at the NC State Farmers Market in the mountains back at Labor Day weekend. And I really want to get seed from these. So I'm going to hold on to those because I'd love to be able to grow them next year. Obviously, I love growing cucurbits and I love eating them. Well, these squash are definitely going to live here for at least the next 10 days. And I'll be watching the forecast carefully to see when I need to get them indoors. But in the meantime, I am going to start enjoying the process of eating these. We ate some last night. They're so delicious. They're really quite versatile. The flavor of both the cushaw and the Seminole pumpkin is kind of reminiscent of a butternut. I don't like sweet squashes, so I try to make everything with these more on the savory side. You can roast them, you can saute them. I'm sure you can put them in an air fryer. I don't have an air fryer. Just be creative. I make a really delicious pumpkin sauce with the Seminole pumpkins, just cubing it and cooking it down in apple cider. And it's a game changer. It's actually really good in a number of different applications. So I'm looking forward to squash season because there's a lot of cool things you can do with them. And I hope you'll be inspired by this to grow some next season. I will have these seeds available at my spring open garden in May of 22. If you found this video to be helpful, please give me a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and be sure to subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for watching.